Hello and welcome. We continue with the subject advanced taxation. The topic is taxation of cross-border activities. In our today's lesson, our focus is on what we call one-stop border posts. One-stop border posts, the OSBPs. OSBPs, one-stop border posts. And in this lesson, candidates, we are going to study the nature, characteristics, and significance of one-stop border posts. And therefore, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain the nature, the characteristics, and significance of one-stop border posts. Welcome to the lesson. One-stop border post. What is a one-stop border post? One-stop border posts, candidates, as the name suggests, are integrated border crossing points. Do you understand? It is an integrated border crossing points that are established to streamline and facilitate cross-border trade, transit, and movement of goods, vehicles, and people between countries. In other words, a one-stop border post is a centralized checkpoint. It is just a centralized checkpoint. It's a centralized checkpoint. And don't forget, we are discussing taxation of cross-border activities. All right? So a one-stop border post is a centralized checkpoint where various border control and custom procedures are consolidated into a single location. Consolidated into a single location. One-stop border post. It is a centralized checkpoint. It is a single location where border control and custom procedures are consolidated. Do you understand? So the question is, what is the nature and characteristics of a one-stop border post? Characteristics. That's what we are required to study. Characteristics. All right? We've mentioned integration. We've said it is an integrated border crossing point. All right? A centralized checkpoint. So one feature is integrated services, integration of services, integration of services, integration of services. One border post consolidate border control, customs, and related regulatory services into a one location, and thereby reducing duplication of processes. And where duplication of processes is reduced, then at such a point we will have what we call enhanced efficiency. That is one characteristic, integration of services. Now from the definition again, we can get another characteristic, which is single entry or exit. Single entry or exit. Single entry stroke exit. Single entry stroke exit. Instead of multiple stops, instead of many stops at various checkpoints, one-stop border posts allow travelers, vehicles, and cargo to undergo necessary inspection and clearance at a single point. All right. 3, cooperation between countries is another characteristic. Cooperation between countries. One-stop border posts often operate through bilateral or multilateral agreements. And these are agreements between different countries. These are agreements between neighboring countries. And the agreements are meant to facilitate trade and movements across the border. 4, efficient processing. Efficient processing. These posts employ streamlined procedures. These posts also employ shared facilities. They employ joint control mechanisms that lead to quicker processing of information. They lead to quicker processing of goods, processing of passengers, and so on. So that's a characteristic of a one-stop border post. Enhances efficiency in processing. 5, use of technology. Use of technology. One-stop border posts may utilize modern technology such as electronic documentation, such as automated systems, such as electronic data exchange, and that expedites the procedures. Use of technology. 6, infrastructure development. Infrastructure development. These posts may involve the construction of modern infrastructure, including roads, including customs facilities, including warehouses, including modern inspection areas, and so on. So this is 6 characteristics of one-stop border post infrastructure development. After studying the characteristics of OSBPs, we'll move to study the significance or importance. One-stop border posts. Significance of one-stop border posts. 1 is facilitation of trade. Facilitation of trade. The one-stop border post significantly reduces border delays, which then allows for faster movement of goods, which promotes trade and economic growth between countries. 2, reduced costs, reduces costs and time. Reduced costs and time. By eliminating redundant procedures and waiting time, the one-stop border posts lower transaction costs for traders businesses, they lower the cost for transporters, and thereby contributing to increased efficiency and competitiveness. 3, enhanced regional integration. This border post enhances regional integration. They foster closer economic ties between countries, all right? Economic ties and regional integration by simply allowing for easy movements of goods across the border, because the cross-border movements are simplified through one-stop border posts. They also encourage investment. These posts can strengthen economic cooperation between neighboring countries as well. Enhances regional integration. 4, improved security. Leads to improved security and control. Improved security and control. One-stop border posts maintain stringent border security, whilst simultaneously facilitating legitimate trade and travel, and thereby creating a balance between security measures and smooth border control. All right? People can move across the border smoothly because there is improved security and control. Do you understand? 5, trade facilitation, compliance. Trade facilitation compliance. One-stop border posts align with international standards for trade facilitation, and therefore they contribute to a country's compliance with agreements like the World Trade Organization's trade facilitation agreements. So the one-stop border post facilitates trade facilitation compliance. Then there is significance in relation to the people, people to people, promotion of people to people contacts, promotion of people to people contacts, promotion of people to people contacts. By easing border crossings for individuals, one-stop border post encourages cultural exchange, encourages tourism, encourages cooperation among members. All right? It promotes people to meet people contacts. So these are 6 points to explain the significance of one-stop border posts. And candidates, in conclusion, one-stop border posts, we can say, play a crucial role in facilitating trade, in enhancing economic cooperation, and also fostering efficiency and secure cross-border movements. It also promotes regional integration and development. So that will mark the end of our today's lesson, which was based on one-stop border posts. And in this lesson, you are required to by the end of the day, to be able to explain the nature and characteristics and significance of one-stop border posts. I'll leave you with revision questions. Revision questions related to one-stop border posts. Revision questions, one-stop border posts. Revision questions, one-stop border posts. So candidates, here are the question. Number 1, what defines the nature of one-stop border posts and how do they differ from traditional border checkpoints? Number 2, how are one-stop border posts designed to streamline cross-border trade and facilitate the movement of goods and people? 3, what are the key characteristics that distinguish one-stop border posts in terms of infrastructure, procedures, and cooperation between border agencies? 4, how do one-stop border posts contribute to the reduction of trade barriers and enhance efficiency in cross-border logistics? 5, what's the significance of one-stop border posts in promoting regional economic integration and fostering closer ties between neighboring countries? 6, how do one-stop border posts contribute to reducing transit times, cutting transaction costs, and improving overall trade facilitation? 7, what challenges do countries face in implementing and maintaining effective one-border posts, and how can these challenges be addressed? Lastly, in what ways do one-stop border posts present opportunities for economic development, improved security, and enhanced cooperation among neighboring nations? These are questions you need to do. Try answer the questions. Thank you for attending the lesson. Bye-bye.